Hello, Capricorns, and welcome to this, your March 1st through March 15th reading and predictions. For those of you who are new here, thank you so much for trusting and clicking on this video. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. I greatly appreciate that some of you did subscribe last month. But if you look at my counter, you will notice I am still a few subscribers short of my first level of monetization on YouTube. So if you wouldn't mind clicking that subscribe button and helping me out, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, please watch this video all the way through until the end. There's two reasons for this. First of all, for monetization on YouTube, I don't just need subscribers, I also need a significant number of watch hours, and I'm nowhere near the number of watch hours that I need. In addition to that, at the end of this video, I do have a feature where I'm going to pull cards for you with yes or no answers. So if you have a burning question that you need an answer to, Capricorns, stick around to the end and I will be pulling cards for you for that. All right, now Capricorns, the last reading that I did for you covering the time frame from February 15th through February 29th, you had the Tower not once, but twice. Wow. That was an indication that there was some major change and upheaval coming in your life. I'm just going to pull up my notes here. Yeah, the Tower twice, major change and upheaval coming in your life, possibly indicating a change in career or a change in geographical location right over the horizon. So let's pull some cards for you. Let's determine where you are at now. We're also going to look at what you're focusing on, some difficult influences, and what is unexpected. Where you are at now, we got called towards the fairies. Now, the fairies have been being a little mischievous. You can see from my background that I am in a different geographical location, and the fairies don't like being put in a suitcase. So, well, they're being pretty good. Okay, so for Capricorns, let's take a look at where you are at now. One of the cards, the only card that came up that was flipped over was the Three of Winter. It also corresponds to these Three of Swords, and that card is a card of heartbreak. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Capricorns, let's get started. You have the 3, 4, and 5 of winter coming out. 3, 4, and 5 of winter. These combined, okay, individually, these three cards have some pretty powerful messages for you. Combined, they really tell a story of what's going on. I'm going to start with the 5 of winter because this will make more sense if we work backwards from the 5 of winter. The 5 of winter corresponds to the 5 of swords. The 5 of swords is a card saying that there is something that you need to walk away from, and it is most likely a dishonest association. Someone is not being honest, they are not being forthcoming, they are not being kind, and you need to walk away from that. As you walk away from that, there are two things that come up with the 4 and the 3 of swords or winter. The 4 of swords is a card that I like to call the little hermit or the quiet hermit. And this is a call towards taking time for self, taking time for healing, taking time for meditation, taking time away from the hustle and bustle and away from screens as well for the purposes of just being you, Capricorn. Why do you need to just be you? Well, if you're walking away from something or someone who is being dishonest, you're going to need to take some time. What do you need time for? You need time to heal a broken heart. The 3 of winter, also known as the 3 of swords, is depicted in a lot of the tarot decks as a heart with 3 swords stabbed through the middle of it. Not a very nice visual. And it also has that meaning of feeling like you have a broken heart, feeling like someone has, damaged you emotionally. So, this is how we are starting your reading. This is actually not a surprise to me in any way, shape, or form, Capricorn, because you had 2 towers in your last reading. 2 towers is an indication that your whole world just went kaboom. And you went from, my life is beautiful, my life is perfect, and I'm in a routine, to, oh my God, what the hell just happened? You just got sideswiped by the universe. And these 3 cards, the 3, 4, and 5 of swords, are an indication of how you are feeling at this time. And you're going, oh my God, I can't handle anymore, which is fine. That's fine, because the other 2 cards that the fairies spit out of the deck for you is the Ace of Autumn. Ace of Autumn corresponds to the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings, particularly new beginnings related to money, a possible windfall of money, money coming in your direction, or a new job or career choice. And you have the High Priestess here. High Priestess is about stepping up, stepping into a new level of our energetic growth or our spiritual growth. Okay. And sometimes it takes those tower moments, and sometimes it takes the 3, 4, and 5 of swords to come racing into our lives for us to wake up and really truly embrace our purpose, to wake up and level up our soul as far as lessons go. This High Priestess is about your spiritual development. It's about leveling up your spiritual development. It's about you getting in touch with your intuition on a truly deep level. Now, as I mentioned, you have the 4 of Swords here. The 4 of Swords, or 4 of Winter, as it's known in the fairy deck, is about withdrawing from society for the purposes of taking time for self, going within. And you know what? This card has a similar meaning. This card dives deeper into that level. It is about your intuition. It is about trusting your intuition. It's about listening to it and recognizing that your intuition is probably right. All right, Capricorn, let's move into what you are concentrating on. Where are you putting your energies and your thoughts? Remember, thoughts are energy. Everything is energy. Our thoughts create our reality. Let's see where you are putting your thoughts. What are you focusing on? That card is on the floor. Not sure if you saw it jump out. All right, so we just have the one card. Oh no, there was 2 cards that jumped out together. Let's grab them off the floor. Okay. This is beautiful. You have the 7 of Wands and you have the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is a card that I like to call my celebration card. It is also a card about phases and cycles. And you have the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about really stepping up and stepping into your spiritual power and taking action in that regard. This is the Suit of Wands. Suit of Wands is ruled by the element of fire. Element of fire is about taking action. So when the 7 of Wands appears, it is about stepping up and stepping into our purpose, our life purpose, and taking action on that. So when the you know what decides to come flying at a fan and turn our lives upside down, which it appears is happening for many of the Capricorns out there, the High Priestess calls us back towards our intuition, and the 7 of Wands calls us deeper into our own true calling, where we're meant to be taking action on that. Now, The Three of Cups is almost always depicted as three women. Three women is a sign of community support. Look for that at this time, Capricorn. The three women on this card also represent celebration, the coming together of lives for the purposes of supporting each other. And it also calls to mind the reminder that our lives are filled with cycles. Women have a 28-day cycle. Women go through 3 stages of their lives, moving from the maiden to the goddess to the crone. This card represents that. This card represents that reminder that even as you are going through all of this, it is a stage or a phase for you to be leveling up into your high priestess, into your purpose, really digging deep into your purpose and going, wow, I can take what I learned forward with me. I don't have to discard it all, but I had to go through this in order to level up. That was a cycle or a phase. And now I'm moving into this new cycle or phase. So keep that in mind, Capricorn. All right, let's move into your difficult influences. Getting called over here to the tarot for Capricorn's difficult influences and challenges for the first half of March. And that one's on the floor and it's way over there. I can't even see what it is. It is upright, but I can't see what it is because it really flew. All right. Anything else? Yep. There we go. Okay. Okay. What do we have here? All right. In your difficult influences, you have the Nine of Wands and you have the Six of Swords. Let's start with the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of recovery. It's a card of going, oh my God, I feel like I've just been put through the ringer. I feel like I have just done 9 rounds with Mike Tyson. Holy cow. I am struggling with this right now. All right. But it is a card of recovery. It's a card indicating that you are past the worst of it. All right. If you look at the picture on this card, I'm going to try and get it to come into focus there for you. If you look at the picture on this card, the character on the card already has his head bandaged and he does have wands all around him and he is leaning on his wand as if to say, huh, I've come through the battle. But this card came up in your difficult influences, indicating that, okay, the best way to describe this just came into me as a download. When we've come through a battle, when we've come through tower moments, life upheaval, recognizing that somebody in our midst is not being honest and they're being deceptive, when we are needing to walk away from something, we go into fight or flight. And it raises our cortisol levels, raises our adrenaline levels. We get all uptight and we're looking for the next thing and we're literally shaking our way through life. We're going, oh my God, what's next? There's going to be something coming. Okay. The Nine of Wands normally would indicate you being on the downside, on the, okay, the adrenaline's releasing, the cortisol's releasing. Yes, I'm past the worst of it. But this came up in your difficult influences, Capricorn. So what this is telling me is that you are still in that, oh my God, what's next? You're not recognizing that this is behind you now, that you can move past this big tower moment that happened for you. The other card that you have in your difficult influences is your Six of Swords, the Six of Swords. And let me point out, you have the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, and now you have the Six of Swords. So you do have a progression happening here, and it is a forward progression for you. The Six of Swords comes immediately following the Five of Swords. What was the Five of Swords? The Five of Swords, remember, is walk away from dishonest associations. There is something you need to get away from. When you get away from that, life is going to turn around. But this is in your difficult influences right now. This Six of Swords, this walk away. You'll notice on the card, again, I'm trying to bring it into focus. There we go. This is a character on a boat with his swords and his family, and he is leaving something behind. He's walking away. Okay, so this is in your difficult influences. So, what this is telling me, Capricorn, is that you're still bumping into or struggling against walking away from whatever this difficult influence is, whatever this dishonest influence is. When you finally do walk away from it, and when you finally realize that you can put this behind you and begin the healing process, when you release that adrenaline and that cortisol, life is going to take a turn into and when you trust your intuition with this high priestess, and when you really step into this power of the Seven of Wands, and community as well, you're going to really shift. We're going to look at messages the universe wants you to hear at this time. Okay, that one's coming out. Yeah, and that one's coming out as well. Okay. Messages the universe wants you to hear at this time for Capricorn. What did I say at the beginning of this reading? Your thoughts create your reality. Let's take a look at what you are putting your energies into. What are your thoughts right now? Your thoughts create your reality. Well, your focus right now for your thoughts are moving forward with the Seven of Wands, stepping up and stepping into your true purpose, walking away from something that no longer serves you, finding community, and recognizing that what you just came through is a phase or a cycle and it's now behind you. And the other card that you have here, messages from the universe, is abundance is your right. That is not coming into focus. There we go. Abundance is your right. Remember that. All right, let's move into unexpected. Getting called over here to the Osho Zen. Unexpected for Capricorn for the first half of March. Huh. Okay. One card for unexpected, two cards for unexpected. That's it. All right. In your unexpected, you have the 10 of Wands and you have the 8 of Pentacles. Now, 10 of Wands is a card of feeling like you're burdened. It feels like you have too much going on and you are thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to handle all of this? Well, I'll tell you. Thoughts create your reality. If you are thinking that you are overwhelmed, then you are bringing overwhelm into your life. If you are thinking, I can never extricate myself from this situation with this person that has been dishonest with me, then you won't be able to extricate yourself, right? Your thoughts create your reality. If you are feeling overburdened by this whole situation, do not perpetuate that belief by thinking that it's never going to end, because you have been shown time and time and time again in this reading that right around the corner there are good and beautiful things. Your High Priestess is here, your Ace of Pentacles is here, the Seven of Wands is here, Three of Cups, community, celebration. All of these things are here. And as I mentioned, the Three of Cups is about cycles, changing things, moving into the next cycle. The High Priestess that you had is also about leveling up your soul lessons right now. So this 10 of Wands in your unexpected, it's not really unexpected, but it is a reminder for you to let go of the past And you have the ordinariness card in your unexpected. This card is saying to you right now, Capricorn, that all of this upheaval that you've had, these tower moments, the 3, 4, 5, and 6 of wands, or sorry, of swords, all of this is going by the wayside, and your life is going to feel a whole lot more ordinary in the next couple of weeks. Things are going to settle down and it's going to feel ordinary. Let's take a look at your final general overall outcome, and then we are going to pull your yes, no cards. Okay, so the first card, second, again on the floor. Okay, so the first card out in your final overall outcome, Capricorn, is the Five of Cups. Now, this is the card that I like to call Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk. Okay. Sometimes what can happen, oh, there's one more card here. I didn't even see that one come out. Oh, Nine of Swords. Yeah. And that one came out next to the Five of Cups. Interesting. Okay. You have the Four of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Sorry, Five of Cups, Nine of Swords, Four of Pentacles. The writing is very small. My lighting's not very good. Okay, Five of Cups. Five of Cups is don't cry over spilled milk. Sometimes when we've gone through something where we've had to walk away from something, where we've had to let go of a dishonest association, and we've had to move away. Remember these cards? There is that yearning towards the past sometimes. Okay, we look to the past. Oh, if only I could go back and do things differently. That is the energy of the Five of Cups. You don't. You can't go back and change the past. You have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is the card of lying awake in bed at night going, oh, if only I could go back and change things. Oh, the worst happened to me. Oh, no, maybe it wasn't the worst. Maybe the worst is yet to come. This is the catastrophism card. Okay. Again, you're going to have to get out of this situation. You have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is about finding balance, but in particular, finding balance in your budget, Capricorn. So after you've gone through this big upheaval, you might be looking at your finances and going, yeah. And really, what I'm picking up, this is probably the ending of a relationship or the ending of a work career relationship. Okay. Possibly a partnership or just being let go from a job that you'd been at for a long time. I think that that's what's going on for you here. I'd love to hear your comments down below. But again, this is about make sure that you're balancing your budget. This is part of your outcome. You have confirmation here that you're feeling like you are overwhelmed. You had the Ten of Wands here in your unexpected. You have the Ten of Wands again. Look at the character on here. Oops. That's interesting. You have the Ten of Wands here. And if you look at the character on this, I don't know if it's going to focus. There it goes. Okay. The character is having, this is from the Everyday Witch. So instead of wands, she has brooms, but she's having to carry those brooms up a hill. Okay. So with all of this going on, you are feeling overwhelmed. The Nine of Swords is also about feeling overwhelmed. The Five of Cups is about feeling like, oh, if only I could go back and change the past. You can't. Okay. The Six of Swords is the card of get out. It's no longer serving your highest good. You need to put the past troubles behind you. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but it is in your difficult influences, which means that you're struggling up against it. You don't want to put the past behind you. You like the way things were. The universe went, there's actually something better for you, but you have to go through this upheaval first. Okay. So there is an aspect of you right now, Capricorn, that is still holding on to the past. And when you finally let go of it, you will be moving into the energy of the Lovers. How do you like them apples? You weren't expecting that, were ya? You weren't expecting that card to come out at all. All right, so the very last card in your reading, Capricorn, is the Lovers. The Lovers is not just about romantic partnerships, although it may indicate a new romantic partnership on the horizon, but it is about partnerships in general. It is about relationships in general, and it is about the improvement of relationships in our lives. And that's where we're going to leave off your reading, that this card is indicating that by the middle of March, you are going to have put much of this upheaval behind you, and you will be stepping up and stepping into newer, deeper, more meaningful relationships. Okay, bring to mind your yes, no question, your question that you would like to have a yes, no answer to. You may wish to close your eyes, ask your question several times in your mind or out loud. It's really up to you. Okay, Capricorn, a yes or a no, please. Capricorn, yes or no. Okay, we have two cards that came out. There's a bit of a duality going on for you guys. Maybe, unless both these cards have the same meaning. But there are two cards that have come out for you, Capricorn. I will show you what both cards are. Listen to your intuition. The time is not right. Actually, those have the same meaning. And I want to go back to your reading for just a moment because your reading has the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the strongest card in the deck, calling you towards your intuition and really trusting your intuition and leaning into it. And then you ended up with the listen to your intuition card for your yes no question. And you also got the not the right time. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. Again, if this resonated deeply, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing so that I can have the honor of being able to do your next reading for you in the middle of March. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.